If any Yankees fans remained paranoid that their team would somehow stumble out of the playoffs altogether, Friday night's contest at Safeco Field provided considerable reassurance on that front. With that out of the way, let's puncture another outsized worry. Don't sweat who starts the American League wildcard game. The bigger concern should be whether the Yankees have the rotation strength to withstand the Red Sox in the AL Division Series. If Masahiro Tanaka can continue his current groove for another few weeks, that will be one giant leap for such an initiative. Tanaka threw 8 shutout innings to lead the Yankees to a 4-0 blanking of the Mariners, boosting their wildcard lead over Seattle to a commanding 10 games and lowering the Yankees' magic number for clinching a playoff berth to 12. The right-hander, once the team's ace and perhaps en route to being so again, walked none and struck out 10 as he allowed only 3 hits, and he has posted a .265 ERA over his last 10 starts, totaling 65 innings, with 66 strikeouts against 11 walks and only 6 homers. He's really started to lock it in, manager Aaron Boone said. He was in complete command out there tonight. Before the game, Boone asked about determining his starting pitcher in the Yankees' likely October 3 wildcard game against Oakland, who beat the Rangers, remaining 3 1/2 games, 4 in the loss column, behind the Yankees, said, "The next few weeks will tell us who the guy is. I say, let's think bigger. Tanaka, J.A. Happ, Luis Severino. You can make a case for any of them to get the wildcard assignment, and sure, the better that guy pitches, the less it taxes the Yankees' bullpen, and therefore optimizes their chances to defeat the Red Sox in the AL Division Series." Nevertheless, Joe Girardi showed last year that these Yankees, with a deep supply of power bats in the lineup and power arms in the bullpen, can overcome a bad start. Severino's against the Twins in the loser-goes-home contest, as long as the manager behaves proactively enough and gives the guy the hook. The Yankees' lineup and relievers remain powerful assets, especially if Aaron Judge can heal his fractured right wrist in time, so it'll be on Boone to start bullpenning as soon as necessary in their playoff opener. You can't bullpen your way through a series, however, so at least 2 starting pitchers, realistically, must contribute a respectable blend of length and competence. Think of how Tanaka, 7 shutout innings in Game 3, and Severino, 3 runs in 7 innings in Game 4, excelled to lead the Yankees' comeback over the Indians and preserve the bullpen in the process. When Severino faltered against the Astros in the AL Championship Series, even as Tanaka continued to excel, the Yankees could no longer survive. Tanaka sure is excelling right now, even as he characteristically dismissed a correlation between his September efforts and what's to come in October. "I don't want to look too far ahead," he said through an interpreter. "I think it's really important to just focus on the game at hand." So that's the mentality right now. I'll make adjustments going into next game and I'll be efficient. Friday marked his first start since the Angels announced the recommendation that Japanese rookie Shohei Ohtani undergo Tommy John surgery on his damaged right elbow, and Tanaka reminded us how remarkably he has performed in the over 4 years.